In today's video, I am going to cover how to truly connect with your ideal client. Now, you've probably done the ideal client exercise. In fact, you might have done it many times, where you do the avatar, you write down whether they go Waitrose or Tesco's or Asda and who they are. And you might be thinking, but it doesn't work for me. I don't like this idea of thinking of one person. And you might be thinking, I want to speak to more than one person. And it's just not your thing. Equally, you might be thinking, I keep trying to do this. I've done my ideal client. It's still not working. So today I'm going to share with you how to connect with your ideal client and how to think of your ideal client on a human level. Now, the first thing I am going to tell you is that it's your business. You can do whatever you want. I am going to share with you some thoughts about how you can connect better with your ideal client. I'm also going to tell you a little bit first why it's important to do this and how it really does help you and your business. I'm going to let you into a little secret to start with. It isn't about your ideal client to do this work. It is about you. It's to help you with your messaging. It's to help you to create offers that really do stand out, because ultimately it is so true that if you're trying to market and sell to 8 billion people, you are not going to be able to do that. So by actually really connecting with your ideal client and doing the things that I'm sharing with you today, it will really help you with your messaging, and it will help you create content that sings. And to be fair, it saves you a lot of time as well. So first, I'm just going to have a little bit of a tech thing, just a little kind of brain thing to share. There's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system. This part of the brain you probably will have heard of, because it's something that's taught within like NLP, personal development stuff. Because it helps you achieve goals. It's the reason that you find, I say pink elephant, and I then say, don't think of a pink elephant, that you will think of a pink elephant. It's the reason you see the coloured cars when, so I've just bought a new car, and today, lo and behold, I hadn't seen the same colour and the same type of car as me. And yeah, I saw one today. So, it's that thing. And it even worked with my turquoise cactus, which is just very, very rare. So that's the part of the brain. So this part of the brain not only helps you achieve goals, it helps you to filter out junk. Now think about your ideal client. You want to serve your ideal client content that will help them achieve their goals, and that means you're not filtered out by junk. So if you're trying to appeal to everybody's reticular activating system, you are going to struggle. Now, it doesn't mean that, like I say, you can't play with this and you can't look at different people, but to start with, connecting with an ideal client will help you create powerful content and get your messaging clear. So the first thing we're going to do, instead of looking at the demographics, is to really think about what's happening in your ideal client's head. So what are they thinking about? What are they scared of? What is frustrating them? What do they really want to achieve? We want to be helping them to achieve their goals. So we really need to do the work to look at what those goals might be. So, for example, say you're a nutritional coach for busy moms. Instead of saying my ideal client is a 38-year-old mom who struggles with meal planning, you could try this. And I've written it down. She knows what she should be eating, but can't seem to stay on track. She scrolls through Instagram at 10 p.m, seeing other moms who has it together, and wonders why she can't. It's the story that she's telling herself. That's why we're doing this work. And again, it doesn't mean that you are going out there and you are poking all the bad things. You're helping her achieve her dreams. You're helping her to feel good about herself. You're helping her do all the things that you know that you can help her with, but you need to understand what's going through her mind and the story that she is telling herself. If your ideal client is a woman, it might not be. And I'm not going to go into the whole woman-man thing right now, because it's actually more about the way that they're thinking, what's going on for them right now. So the next thing that can often get in the way of you being able to sort of connect with your ideal client is the language that you're using. So, you might use technical terms that your ideal client just doesn't relate to. So you really need to be thinking about the words that they are using. Now, I once saw somebody who says, don't use the word resonate in your text, in your marketing messaging. But if your ideal client uses that term, use it, because actually that's the key. It's about, I know that there are those kind of words that everybody uses, and that's a bit annoying because they get kind of taken up, but really think about the technical terms that you might use or your ideal client might use, so that, for example, instead of helping women optimize their metabolic health, you could help them feel less bloated and have more energy without giving up pasta, for example. There's all those things, that language that you're using that you really need to think about. And again, that's another reason to really understand who you're helping and where they're at and what language they're using and how they are feeling. So when you connect with their language, that makes a huge difference. So how can you look at their words? You can look at your testimonials from your clients. You can look at messages that people are sending you. You can do like comments in Facebook groups or in Facebook groups. Now, it doesn't stop you using some of the technical terms, but also you want to be kind of explaining them, because it might be that you could go, oh, I'm always asked what on earth is IBS? What is this? What is that? And this is where as well you can create a lot of content around this. It makes life easier. And the next sort of thing is meeting them where they are right now. I often use as a visual, kind of like a tug of war on this, because where you can help your ideal client. All the things, all the juicy things that you can help them with, but they may not be where you are in that thinking. You need to think about where they're at right now. What do they want? What do they think they need, rather than what they need and want. And this can be a tricky one, because it's like, oh, I know that they, the juicy stuff that I've learned that I can really help them with, I really want to share. And I did exactly the same when I did nutritional life coaching. But actually, the juicy stuff will come in the courses, in the programs, in the one-to-one, in the results that you share, the real testimonials. But when you're thinking about how you're connecting with your ideal client when it comes to messaging and it comes to putting posts out there, what do they think they need? What's really going on for them? So let's take our example. So you could say, I help busy moms improve gut health. But actually, what would be more relevant for them is struggling with bloating, crashing energy, meals that just aren't working for you. Let's do something different. So really think about where they're at when you are doing that. And this is talking to their problem. This is what they think they need. And you kind of have to park your ego on this a little bit as well. So today I have covered really making sure that you do have an ideal client, and you can have more than one, but that you are able to clearly connect and talk to them in the way that you are creating your content. You can have different ones on different channels, and that's another video. So are you really thinking about where they're at and their thoughts, their feelings, and what they really want? Are you using their actual words, or are you going all experty? And are you meeting them where they are at, rather than where you would really like to do the juicy stuff? So I want you to sort of take 5 minutes today and write down the last kind of conversation that you had with a client, or maybe a DM or whatever, or a potential client. I get people to complete quizzes before they join work with me, so you could look at that or whatever, where they're describing their problems. And yeah, have a look, and then you could drop a phrase in the comments if you'd like to. Or you could say, what's resonated with you today? See, I've used that term, resonate. So the other thing I'd love for you to do is, if you've liked this content and you want more, is to press subscribe and pop that little notification bell so you get to hear more videos when they appear. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon.